Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel Simply Dji-ji. I'm Dji-ji and I teach you how to make international recipes really simple. Today we're going to be working on a traditional Haitian dish which is called legume, and that is basically a stewed vegetable dish with some added meat. So let's get started. Now this dish traditionally is made with red meat, but I didn't really feel like having red meat today. So I'm going to be making it with chicken. And this is not your regular grocery store chicken. This is, it's called light fowl, and it is kind of an older chicken, and it's a lot less tender than your regular roaster chicken. You won't find this in your normal grocery store. You would have to probably go to a butcher or a farm or an international meat market in order to get this. And what I've done is I marinated the chicken in some lime juice, added some thyme, added some of my green seasoning. This is a new batch. And seasoned it with seasoned salt and a little bit of salt. And we're letting this cook, and I'm going to fry this up to give it some nice color. And then we're going to work on our stewed vegetables. Alright, so our chicken is all cooked and tender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flash fry it because I don't want to spend time frying it in the pot and risk having it break up. So I'm just going to put it in the deep fryer and fry it for about 2 minutes. And that's it, and we'll come back. Alright, our chicken is fried, and I did fry each batch for about 2.5 minutes. As you can see, it's a nice golden brown. So we're going to move on to start making the legume, and this is the pot that the meat was boiling in. As you can see, there is a lot of oil from the meat, which I'm going to be draining off camera, so I don't want all the animal fat in the legume. And these are the vegetables I'm going to be using. Got about a quarter head of cabbage. I've got a pack of spinach that was frozen. I thawed it and I squeezed out all the water because I don't want my legume to be watery. I'm going to be using a couple of carrots, a couple of zucchini, a whole eggplant, some green beans that are cut, some tomato paste, an onion. I'm going to be chopping up a tomato and 1 habanero pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and drain my oil off camera and chop up my vegetables, and we will come back. Alright, so I have all my vegetables chopped. So I'm going to be cooking some of them separately. This is the eggplant and the zucchini. I left the skin on the zucchini, but I peeled the eggplant. And I cut everything relatively small so that it cooks down quickly. And in this pot, I added about half a cup of water and just a little bit of salt. And we're just going to let this cook, we'll say about 20 to 25 minutes. So in this pan, I'm boiling my green beans and my carrots separately. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be smashing these ones, and I want to keep these ones as they are. I don't like all the vegetables smashed. Traditionally in a Haitian legume, all the vegetables kind of get smashed together. I just don't like that texture. So I'm going to use these ones for smashing, keep these ones whole. I didn't add my spinach yet because I don't want it to cook down like the rest of the vegetables. I'm going to be adding that in last. And I chopped my onions, my tomatoes, my habaneros, and the cabbage. I don't like when cabbage is extra mushy, so I'm not going to cook it until I'm ready to fry up my onions and tomatoes. I'm just going to be stir frying that in with those. So I will be back when the vegetables are cooked and tender. Alright, so our vegetables are cooked down, the green beans and the carrots have cooked, and the water has dried up. And we, our eggplant and zucchini is cooked as well. There's not much water. We just want a little bit to make the blending process easy. And I'm just going to, you don't want to blend this to liquefy it. You just want rough pulsing on it just to make like a smooth paste type. So just a couple of pulses. Yeah, this is the consistency that you're looking for. Alright, so I'm going to take this over, if I don't burn myself, to my work area. and I'm going to start putting together the legume. This dish is delicious, but it is a labor of love. But once you get the individual steps done, putting it together is a breeze. So I did drain the oil out, the animal fat out of the chicken. This is what was left over. This is like the gizzards, the chicken necks, and some livers, so I just left that in. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil. Just wanted to have a little bit of this to make the frying of the onions and tomatoes easier, and olive oil is just a healthier option than having the chicken grease. So if you like chicken grease, you can keep it. I'm going to go ahead and throw half of my chopped onions in there. I do like to have the rest of the chopped onions while it's steaming together. I'm just going to raise my fire a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add my chopped tomatoes. I'm going to let that fry for a couple of minutes and I will come back. Alright, so I'm just going to add a little bit of dry thyme. I'm going to add 2 heaping tablespoons of my green seasoning. I made a new batch of this. And you guys already know me. 2 means 3. Habanero pepper that I chopped up. Just give it a little bit of spice. Just stir that all up. The green seasoning adds a wonderful flavor to it. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and add my cabbage to stir fry in it. And again, I did not cook the cabbage with the rest of the vegetables because I didn't want the cabbage mushy. So if you're going to make it the traditional way, all the vegetables got cooked together and then they got smashed together. I'm just doing a non-traditional recipe today. And of course the cabbage is going to cook a little more because we still have to add the rest of the vegetables. Let me go ahead and add my tomato paste for color. Well, just about a half a can. If you like tomato paste, you could use a whole can. I'm doing half a can. Trying to get it all out. And you want to mix the tomato paste really well. And I'm going to add to this, let me grab it, a little bit of smoked paprika for color and flavor. This is not an ingredient in the traditional Haitian recipe, but I do like smoked paprika, so I'm going to add it. I'm going to say about 2 teaspoons. And today is crazy hot. It's like 89 degrees. So I want to be done cooking. It's noon now. I've been cooking since about 8 this morning. And I just want to get out of the kitchen, guys. Alright. So now, I'm going to add my green beans and carrots. And I like these to stay kind of cooked but firm. I don't like them to be smashed up with the rest of the vegetables. Now this is a great vegetarian dish, just start at the vegetable portion, omit the meat. And like I said, it's usually made with red meat. A lot of Haitians make this dish with crabs and shrimp as well. I don't eat shellfish, but today I'm just making it with a little bit of chicken. So I'm going to add my chicken back. Remember, I had fried it a little to get some golden color on it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of water, not much. Maybe a third of a cup with water. I don't want to burn myself. I'm going to grab an oven mitt. And you want to stir. Stir, stir, stir. Alright, so I'm going to stir this and make sure everything's coated, and I will be back. Alright, so everything's coated. I'm going to be adding my eggplant and zucchini mixture. Just want to get as much out as possible. Do not add water. I don't want this to be watery. Alright, I'm going to mix now. So you don't want your fire to be too high, you don't want it to burn. You just on a medium heat. Mix it all together. And the last two things I'm going to add are the other half of my onions, and then I'm going to add my spinach. And remember, I had thawed and squeezed my spinach, all the water out, so that it doesn't make this watery. And you just want to incorporate everything. Stir. You're going to get a good arm workout, and it's going to be worth it. I'm just going to go ahead and stir, and I'll be right back. Alright, so everything's stirred up. I went ahead and adjusted my seasonings a little bit. I added just a pinch of seasoned salt, and that's all it really needed. And I added just a little bit more of olive oil. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the rest of my onions. And I'm not going to mix them in yet. I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let it steam for about 10 minutes on a medium-low heat. Alright, we are back. It's been about 10 minutes, and everything is steamed together. Everything's cooked down, and our dish is ready. I'm going to turn the fire off. You just want to mix it one more good time. As you can see, there's not liquid. It's not very liquid. It's all combined together very nicely, and this is a very tasty dish. So we're going to come back and plate it up. You can serve this with rice. You can serve it with boiled plantains, fried plantains. You can serve it with yams, green bananas, really anything. Alright, so our legume is all done. As you can see, I've paired it here with a boiled plantain. You can pair it with rice, fried plantains, yams, sweet potatoes, whatever starch you want. Hope you enjoy this. Until next time, stay blessed and stay hungry.